Okay, so there's a reason I don't like this. I'll just play it. But this is uh Jaden
Do with my piercing, so she just
Bartels.
accepts it. But anyways, now on to the process of getting my ears. What I do with my piercing, so she reacted better than I thought. I think she knows that she can't really control what I do with my piercing, so she just accepts it. But anyway,
It's not about control. If you lived with your grandmother, obviously you wouldn't just be doing whatever you want at 16, 15 years old. Anybody until you're out of there, right? Get your own place and at least old enough. Yeah, of course you work. You have, $1 million and this and that, but at a certain age, you're under someone's care, guardianship, or whatever it is. But of course, you have your parents, your mom and dad, so you're not even living with your grandmother. But if your grandmother, a whole thing, I understand, I get it. Of course, they don't want you to have tattoos because you're young. You're 15, 16, 17, 18. You don't even know what you want. Even at 21, 35, 45, there's sometimes you regret stuff. And it's not about that. It's about also there's another part of it, not just because of what you think when you're 16 compared to when you're 40 is two different life forms. And there's no way you're going to feel the same about everything. And you say that now because of course, as a teenager, everybody thinks that or not everybody, but 90% of the teenagers think that, hey, they're always right about this, or they know so much. And it's just that stage that people go through. It's hormonal balance and all that stuff, chemistry and all that biology in there and stuff. And of course, it's going to be cool, to wear your hair a certain way, or wear your clothes a certain way, or wear a bikini because of this. It's just the way it is. And it's not right. But so, like, just the same thing with tattoos, right? Yeah, you can get a sleeve. You can get a sleeve right now. But the thing is, not just that, but it's about others as well, because of course, you're in Los Angeles. Los Angeles, it's just like other places where main population things are more accepted there. Just like in New York and Florida, certain places. There's certain cities. It's like, especially like Hollywood. It's just something that's. But the realization of it is going to certain places that in different countries that don't accept that stuff, and they may treat you a different way. They may try to do something towards you or refuse something. If you go into a certain place, they may refuse service. It's just certain things like that that could happen, very possible. And it's nothing against, per se the person, because you can be a great person and do certain things. And it's just that certain thing, habit formings and stuff like that, right? So, for instance, her saying that, I think it was kind of, for Jaden to talk like that, that's like the first time I ever heard her say something like that. Kind of a smart aleck thing to say, because her grandmother loves her. Her grandmother doesn't care about that. First of all, you shouldn't even be talking about how dare you talk to your grandmother about your grandmother like that. That's ridiculous. She probably cares about you more than anyone in the world. So for her, you to talk like that and say, "Oh, well, she can't do anything," it's not about that. It's about she's trying to help you. She has no reason to tear you down. She loves you unconditionally. It's very hard to find that. There's only very few people that will actually love you, and you're lucky and you're blessed that you have a lot in your life. But very few are gonna love you like a grandparent would love you, and they actually do love you. So, you know, I agree with your grandmother, and also the piercing, not just having one piercing, but she didn't like the idea of having two piercings. It's true, because you already have a piercing on the ear. You can go all the way up. I've seen it. I've dated girls that had piercings their whole. I think they had like 5 or 6 piercings on one ear, like up in this area. If I can do this real quick, hold on. See the cursor? It was like up in this area right here on the top of the ear, all the way down. And of course, you know, but I don't, or the wristbands, she was wearing like a bunch of wristbands. I don't do that stuff. I don't really like that. It's just a style or whatever. But I mean, I can see that. I can see if you were living with your grandmother, you should respect her enough. Yes, it's your body. Yes, this and that. You can afford it. Yes, yes. But you do it out of respect and appreciate. You appreciate people. You know, if she took care of you, but obviously, that's another thing that's different. Your mom and you live with your mom and dad. You don't live with your grandmother, so that's a big difference right there. But if you did, you should respect that though.